how much trouble people have with mathematics, typically. If there's any one subject that the most number of people say I was never good at, insert a topic, it's going to be math. And so I say to myself, if our brain were wired for logical thinking, then math would be Edmund's easiest subject. Everything else would be harder. So I'm kind of forced to conclude that our brain is not wired for logic.
That's a very good point. And it's more than just that. I think there's also a kind of unwarranted pride in being bad at mathematics. You will never hear anybody saying how proud that they are of being ignorant of Shakespeare,
Right.
or Dryden. But plenty of people will say they're proud of being ignorant of mathematics.
Or if they don't use the word proud, they'll say, I was never good at math. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah,
they'll chuckle about it. It becomes a joke.
There was a thing in one of the British newspapers where a science writer, I think a science journalist, was lamenting the fact that many people in Britain think it takes 1 month for the Earth to orbit the Sun. And the editor then inserted there, doesn't it?
Adam, you're fucking crazy.
So he was, as it were, saying, I'm the editor of a national newspaper. And of course I don't really think it takes, but nevertheless, it's okay to make a joke about being ignorant of this very elementary point of astronomy, which he would never ever do about being, confusing Byron with Virgil or something like that.
Right, or ever be proud of such a thing. So then you must admit or confess that we as a human organism must have a great challenge before us to think rationally, logically, scientifically.
Yeah, I mean, you make the very interesting point that maybe we're not wired to be good at logic. Well, you generalized from mathematics to logic.
Yeah, I did, but for this conversation, I can't claim that.
Certainly, many people are extremely illogical, but
and they, by the way, they get along just fine in life. They live long lives, and.
But I think it's an interesting point that our wild ancestors, needing to survive in the presence of lions and drought and famine and things, you'd think logic would be pretty important for survival. If not mathematics, at least.
Well, it could be maybe early people who said, "Oh, there's a creature there with big teeth. Let me investigate it further."